Now, what we see here is a street. Along streets, you find places to eat. And along feet like this that tap back and forth, you find beats. But here's the story. Now, let's not be eating any meat, because meat is bad for you. And vegetarians should just rule the world, shouldn't they? Just like the way man and woman is the two delineations of gender that, or boys and girls that rule the world. I don't know what I'm saying, but all I'm saying is that gibberish is just playing with a bunch of words in the English language. People can make words spout out. People can make words shout or make sense or maybe not make sense. In this case, I don't know. I'm in the present tense, or am I? This dude right here is just right in front of me, and I kind of wish he would get out of the way, which he did, so thank you, hey, you did, eventually. I'm looking for a place called Red Mill Burgers, and I'm wondering if I'm on top of a Red Hill herder. Does that make sense? Someone who herds red hills. But why the hell would you herd a red hill? And why would you have a hill that's red to begin with? I don't know. Maybe if there was a lot of deadness, because red is the color of blood. Why is blood so scary? Blood just scares me. When I see it, I get queasy, and it doesn't please me. I was trying to rhyme a little too hard there, but let's get back to the major point, is that yes, death and blood are some gory things. There's some things that disturb us at the core of our soul, makes us think, because hey, I guess life doesn't last forever. But does it? Because forever is like captured in every moment. There's the word like. I don't like that for one moment. It just slips right in there. It's called a verbal filler, because there's this idea that one must be always talking, like some talking, babbling gorilla. Gorillas don't really babble, but they hoot and holler. But you know what? I'd probably do it too if you were paying me $1 or $100. Why does dollars make anything motivational? I'm a motivational speaker for myself. You know what? I guess I'm like Bleecker, I'm Blinker. I'm on the rocker, I'm off the rocker. What does that mean? I don't know. I could knock her. I wouldn't knock anyone if I could help it, because you know what? Violence is not the way. It's not the answer. But jealousness, now there's something that sucks. You don't want to get caught up in that. It kind of like rips you apart like 1,000 billion gnats all over your fucking fat. Ugh. I don't have too much fat. I just wasn't born with it, but some people are. They're adorned with it. You kind of wonder what happens. There's things that could go wrong. There's things that could go right. But who defines right and wrong? It's all about sight and sound and whatever things are around. And if there's a ton of people around that say this looks good, then people believe, yeah, that's how one should look, or maybe shouldn't look. But it's all relative, right? It's all in the brain. It's all in the like societal consciousness that seeps into your brain on a daily basis, like little drops of rain. Anyway, that sounds a little insane maybe, but not really. It makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, everything we see is based on perceptions. This girl right here with the headphones on, sitting at the corner, red hair, red boots, everything is where it's supposed to be. It's just like she knew that she was supposed to meet someone given those variables that she's arranged on her body that will make her establish her as someone that is, conservative but not naughty, but not gaudy either, just alrighty. Alrighty, tighty, lefty, loosey. That's what they said when they used to lose me on these like mechanical things. I'm terrible with mechanics. That's the truth of the matter. And you know what? I look at a car engine and I'm like, how do I dismantle this? How do I even understand this? I can't even hold a candle to some people that could look at it and just understand every little part of it like it was a piece of wood that they were carving. I don't know. I'm just maybe challenged in that way. But there's other things that I do say make complete sense. I can see a social situation and usually assess the situation in a very broad way that makes all of it kind of move like an engine. It's like pistons firing and people desiring certain things or not wanting certain things or wanting attention or maybe some sort of reprehensible thought that's seeping through in a weird way because that's just all they've got is words and nonverbal communications. I mean, people do that all the time in different situations, like every situation we're in. Me even talking on this right now. What socially does that say? Do I want attention somehow? Do I want to be able to mention somehow that I seem to have this flow of thoughts that is verbalized in some weird way? I don't know. I'm wondering what my own intentions and motivations are for pointing this camera here right at my face. But I'm doing it for some reason and it's flowing and I don't know where I'm going. So just take it for what it is. Monologues in this place we're in, seeing cars, seeing streets, seeing power lines, seeing things like meat that I'm about to eat. I'm actually going to a burger place. That's what I started this off telling you. But you know what? I don't know. It's for me, it's just for some reason There's this need to verbalize everything. There's this need to put concepts around things, draw lines, think about the time that's passing. 1, 2, 3. There's too many thoughts. It's like too many gears moving. Maybe my head is a motor and it's just moving here to there to here. I don't know. For some reason, I don't seem to have a lot of fear about trying to make something that makes sense around it, but I don't know, maybe I should just drink beer so I don't think so hard and become a retard. I don't like the word retard, I just used it. I'm sorry, maybe I abused it. Anyway, let me diffuse this by saying I love this magical situation happening on the sidewalk right here. It's the evidence of complete ear-to-ear ingenuity of a person just unleashing on a wall. And so the wall becomes more than a wall, it becomes something thousands and millions of mental meters tall. It's just like there's having a ball. I mean, look at that. Look at all this. It's like a cartoon happening not in real time but in frozen time. I'm happening in real time, but I can put my head in a place where I could imagine I was inside of that place, happening inside of a construct that works completely different from our own. You look at an art piece and there's this whole zone locked in there. You kind of wonder, if you walked in there, could you really grok in there what's going on in there? Because it's like you can repaint the rules of reality, and that's what art's all about. Music, music, art, painting, charcoal, etc. These different mediums, they're a medium of expressing what's in the mind and capturing it somehow in some kind of way that just seems to say things that you couldn't say any other way, because it's like reality's bound by these rules like gravity and left and right and up and down and these concepts, but you can break them. That's what MC Escher did. That's what a lot of interesting, really fascinatingly genius people have done, and that's why we respect them, because they're able to break down reality but make it tangible within this reality we're also in. So it's like we can relate to it, we can relate to the craziness inside the art, and that's what makes it just awesome and a part of society. Anyway, I don't know why this is coming out from inside of me, but it is. I've said this a million times, and I feel a looping happening, like I'm talking about the same thing over and over. Like my thoughts are having kids, and they're having kids, and the same kids got the same traits from the mothers and the fathers. And you know what? I think I just did pass the street I was supposed to turn on. So let me make this turn around, and then maybe I can start to get to the place where I can get a pound of burger. I don't know how that flies in America, but I guess it sort of does. It's like we just can't stop. The first bite of anything you have is the only bite that matters. The rest is just filling in the rest, if you think about it. You establish the taste, and then the rest is just all waste, because it's just you trying to fill. It's like eating a hologram, and just knowing that you ate it makes you feel better and satiated. It's all about satiation in this whole nation, and I guess I'm a big ass part of it, because I'm about to not be patient, and I'm about to take one bite of a burger that will turn into 10, that will turn into hens that died for men like me. Okay, anyway, 50th Street, that's what I want to be on, right there. Okay, my riff is coming to a close, but hey, for all you bros and sisses out there, I miss you. I miss a lot of things. I miss connecting to people, and I'm realizing that today. That's my realization, is that I need to just be. Talking's overrated. Being is where it's at. Yeah, I know this sounds really hippie, but kinda, it's true. Like that mental dialogue, it's always going, but you just let it go, and you are the car in front of you. You are the street. You are your hands. You're the things you touch and eat and see. There I am rhyming again. What the fuck? Anyway, for me, it just helps me flow. Helps my mental energy flow. But the truth is, when I can stop that, I may have been verbalizing that, but I think we all have that going on inside our head. Maybe not in rhyme, but in some form or another. When you stop and you really just feel, and you become the things around you, and it's almost like you have no more memories, and you have no thought of like a minute from now or a second from now. The future is just irrelevant. You're just, I'm seeing cars, I'm seeing people, I'm not drawing concepts around them. Then you start living. So I'm going to start living. Okay. Hello, life. Here we go.